here. So this is, I had this open. You can see the this August, September, October, November, December, I was doing really well. And then starting this year, it started doing really bad. I don't know how to get in here and see the how much I made in sales.
Okay. The return on ad spend column is what I'm looking at. It looks like you had a 0.25, you had a 0.4 something, and now it's at a 0.63 in October, and then you went to a 0.38. It went back down in November, and then in December, it went back down again. So November, December, you're heading on the right track from August to, let's see here, you were on the right track from August to October. Then what probably happened in November and December is that competition flooded the gates here, because November and December are always huge months because of Black Friday, and then also just the holidays in general are just overwhelming with advertisers. So if you don't have structured sound ads going into November, like in this case last year, your return on ad spend is going to tank, when realistically it should accelerate super quickly, because it's like everybody's buying. Consumers are just unloading their money for the year. So we saw a dive down here, it looks like, from what the results you have in your account, and it's likely because it just wasn't fully maxed out on optimization. So some initial data here to work with. Have you ran any campaigns so far this year?
I mean, I have, and it hasn't been good, and so pretty much I've stopped it all this week. I wanted to do this with you, start fresh, see how it is for almost the month, or what I need to do for the month, and then circle back around.
Yeah, you're hovering at about a 0.56. I mean, you're spending a good amount of money and not making back the full amount.
I mean, and that's what's stressing me out is, and as you can see, this is Magix. This is a company, you can research it on your own, but this is like using their system. That is their employee, Tomer, trying to run it, and all this. So again, like I said, many people have tried, and it's just not working, and it's stressed me out so much.
Got it. Okay. Gotcha. Okay, cool. Let's go ahead and just look at a few of these campaigns just to check them out.
Okay.
Better yet, what we'll do is we'll go to the ad level and we'll just rank this by return on ad spend and then hit lifetime. High return on ad spend is what we want, 3x plus ideally. Most people's break evens are under 3x almost always, so that's always a good thing to shoot for, is above that. So essentially here, what we could do is, let's see, you have about one purchase on every single one of these ads here. And they're all good returns, but there's not one specific ad that looks like it's really predominantly the one that's converting the best. There's a lot of different ads here.
Yeah, and that's the problem with their system too. It like kind of takes the ad and it puts it into others to help it perform, and it's just like a whole nother system I can't focus on right now until I get Facebook, I mean,
Got it.
and I think the problem with them and that system, Magix, is you have to start on Facebook first, and then Magix takes over automating things, cutting losses, activating campaigns, etc., things like that. But I need to understand Facebook and this first before that can just automate everything, and that's the problem, and that's why a lot of these all look the same,
You spent about 30, it's been about 35,000 and got a 0.37, so that's roughly only a third of the money recuperated. I mean, who knows if that even breaks you even. I mean, that wouldn't even break you even on your own cost of the product. So I mean, that's a big loss.
And I mean, that's what I'm very stressed with, and I need to reverse this as quickly as possible and be positive.
Yeah, let's do it. Okay, so ideally what we would want to do is start with like the highest performing ads. If we look at these right here,
the eyeliners were doing, I mean, that's actually the eyeliner, but the lip liners were selling the most.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of the copy at all because it's a little too much in your face. It doesn't really align with the brand.
Yeah.
The branding's good, but the copy's kind of taking away from it.
It's just screw like, just showcases different
Okay.
lip
Honest,
liners.
yeah, honestly, just from looking at those ads that have a high return on ad spend, there's just not enough of them that are the same that it makes sense for us to model. So we should
Hmm.
probably just start with a different campaign altogether.
Yeah, that's fine.
So what we'll do is let's also just double check the ad set level with these purchases just to see if anything landed on a high return on ad spend, just to see if we have an audience we could end up starting with.
Hmm.
And yeah, nothing that's really striking out here in terms of ones that we could use.
Right.
Okay, so what we'll do is we'll just start a new campaign altogether.
Okay. I'm going to be writing this down, so I know how
Feel,
to keep doing
feel,
this.
feel free to write it down. We're also recording as well.
Oh, okay, perfect. And I've never done CBOs, so I really don't know how those all work.
No worries, we're gonna do a non-CVO, so that's what we'll do. How many website visitors do you have?
Visitors or sales? You can go
Well,
there and just,
let's do the last month.
no, that's in December, yeah.
Okay, okay. Got it. So we'll just do we'll start with an interest testing.
Okay.
We'll leave campaign budget optimization off to start. And then we're just gonna leave this audience open to begin with.
Yeah. I mean, I know in the past, 35 or what, I think 45 plus was working really well, but I mean, again, that's so long ago, I feel now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and
And
we'll go
I would
for,
love it to be just more, I feel the younger crowd would really like this, but again, the system needs to work.
right, you're right, yeah. And we'll do purchases because that's the main thing that we wanna get.
Okay.
Then for the audience, we'll leave all this open
Okay.
and we'll leave it at automatic placements, and we'll just start the budget at $5 daily
Okay.
because we wanna stay on budget
Yeah. I
and get
mean,
sales
I
before we
need
even
to.
decide to spend any more money.
Yeah.
Then we'll just hit continue.
Uh-huh. I'm watching. Yep.
And then for here, we're going to do a carousel. Carousel works really well, especially with products similar, especially in the cosmetic industry specifically, just as
Okay.
a whole. Carousels are really nice. And with your brand specifically, if I remember correctly, the content's really amazing. Okay. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Looks good. And which product is the best seller? Do you know?
It would be like those lip liners, but you can check here. I mean, again, you would have to do it from over the time, you know. I mean, it's been slow. So just however you want to do it.
Let's do year to date, and then we'll do last year as well.
See
Because what
all
worked
those
last year doesn't always work this year.
down below, all those lip liner, lip liner, lip liner, lip liner. The only problem is those are 1650, so I'm not getting a high return,
Where are we looking? Which
Right
ones are
there,
you
top
saying? Right
product
here.
units sold, yeah. And then the top landing pages by session was the, yeah. Just, you can go to lips.
Well, it looks like you're showing your latest before you're showing your best sellers.
Okay,
That could be one thing. You want to switch that around. You
okay,
always want to show off your, your best stuff first to get them hooked. And then we can supplement with your new stuff as, hey, this is new. If you love the best, then you'll really like the new.
okay,
Rather than saying, hey, come try out the new stuff when they haven't even tried out the best stuff.
yeah.
So How do we access the,
Just hit lips there, and then it would be lip liners. Yep.
cool. And it is
I mean, guava
the
was
first
one
one.
of them. Yeah, I mean, pretty much a lot of these are.
Okay. That's one. And then we're going to do last year as well.
Okay. Yeah.
Naked was another. It's
Yeah.
22. It's 22 units sold. I mean, it's not like,
It's not a lot. I mean,
yeah, it's not like solid information until we have around 100 plus is probably a safe number. So let's see here.
see,
So in this
naked,
case,
guava. Yeah.
yeah. So if we add 20 to this one and then we were to add the 22 to this one, you'd actually come out pretty much 1 unit less on the guava. So these two are your top.
Mm-hmm.
And your lip liners are obviously your best ones.
Yeah, I mean, they're the best right now, and I just want to get like them going consistent, stable, and then I can add another item, you know,
So
or
we'll do
something.
2 products.
Yeah.
Both these two.
Right.
And then what we need to do is let's go ahead and turn off your reviews on the site until you have 20 plus 5 stars. And then just follow up. You can have an email automation, say 14 days later, asking them for a review. Have it hidden. If they leave the review, it's fine. Just build up your review base before switching it live.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So
yeah, I believe I have a 14-day already. I'll double check that.
okay. You have one product image here. Do you have another image of this product?
No, I have to take it. I mean, I can take it as, you know, what do you need?
We want 3 images of this product. Is there a way to X out of this? Might be loading a little slow.
What do you mean? Oh, I don't know. Oh, yeah, there's an X right here. Oh, maybe not. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah. All right, so this one is the, so we need 3 different images of this, ideally, for a carousel.
Okay.
Whether it's like somebody holding it, somebody putting it on, or just this product literally like in different angles. I mean, it could honestly be angles. And I'd try to stick with the white background, except for when you do it for a person, then it's different.
Okay.
Okay. Is there any product that you have that specifically has more than one photo? Like these?
You see the little dots on the top there?
Yep.
As you're moving left and right, that's how many photos are in there. So
Great. Exactly. Just like this, except for the
yeah,
lip liners.
I mean, yeah. So
perfect.
oh, I hate that video. I need to fix that. What was this? Air kiss. This. I think I asked support about it, and they were trying to figure out how to turn off the sound.
Yeah. So all of these have multiple photos, which is good. So we just want to do that. Yeah, I mean, it
usually,
well.
yeah, you see the little dots there. So that's the multiple photos that they would have. Yeah.
Got it. Okay. So we'll do the lip liners. We're not going to do a carousel just because we need those additional images. But what in the future, ideally, carousels are great if we can use them. So just having multiple images.
Oh, I can work on that.
Image. Yeah. We'll do single image. It's not a big deal. I mean, still gonna it can still generate plenty of results.
Okay. And I do believe I have a different, you see there's a different squiggles and whatnot, but that's the different colors. Those are different colors, so.
Okay. Are these titled by chance?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Perfect.
Yeah, and that one there is too, you can use. That's an old lady with it applied on her lips.
Right.
Oh. I did it.
We want to change this just because that doesn't, we don't want it to look like that, right? That could hurt conversions.
Yeah.
So we just stick to original on this one if possible.
Okay, perfect. Does the system do that automatically? It chose that one?
They're trying to make it to where the placements are lined up with each one. So sometimes they'll crop it, and if you don't fix it, then like that placement's just going to look a little whack.
Yeah, because I never noticed that, but that's good that you just pointed that out so I know what to look for.
Right. And then for the primary, what we need to do is drop the, we're just going to send them directly to the page of the product.
Yeah.
Just grab this. Oh, it looks like you're on Microsoft. So it's,
No, I'm not on Microsoft. I mean, yeah, Microsoft Computer. Yes. I thought you meant the browser.
gotcha. Yeah, it's just different controls whenever we copy.
Okay.
And then now that we have this, we're always going to do shop now for
Okay.
products like these. We want people to just buy it.
There it is. Yeah.
And then for the primary text,
I mean, I was using like 7-hour wear, because literally it's like it lasts 7 hours, kind of smudge proof, water resistant,
okay.
See, 7-hour, cheap, professional looking. I mean,
So what we're going to do is we're just going to start piecing this out.
okay.
And we're just going to get creative with this copy in terms of using what you already have. But, oh, I keep forgetting we got a copy with a different control. And then we'll just paste this here.
Okay.
And we're going to go ahead and do, we're going to remove UR. Like,
Yeah.
it's against, policy doesn't like calling out personal attributes.
Okay.
So like so we just say looking for a waterproof formula. It doesn't call out anybody, but it gets the point across.
Okay, perfect.
Now, would it be safe to say that you could put lip liner here?
Yeah, I mean, it is a lip liner. So yeah,
Is
definitely.
it safe to say that we could add gel in front of it as well?
Yeah, I mean, I call it waterproof gel lip liner, in the line. So.
Perfect. So asking a question will.
Are you allowed to ask a question like that though to Facebook? Because I thought you couldn't ask like direct questions.
You cannot ask a direct question if it's a personal attribute. So we want to take out if you are.
Okay.
So we made it policy compliant by dropping that piece.
Okay, that's good to know. Thank you.
And then we'll just take this piece.
You can close that one if you need to. I had it open if we accidentally closed the page. Yeah.
Let's do long lasting.
I was thinking of that, yeah, to kind of change it up because too many waterproofs and things, and I don't know.
Yep, that looks good. Then we'll just drag this over here, just for convenience. And then transfer proof, okay. We'll just go ahead and copy this one as well.
Mm-hmm.
Then we'll also do achieve professional looking lips. So is this for a professional? Because if we're talking about waterproof and we're talking about like transfer proof, is that my initial thoughts are either A, if they're, in summer by the pool, or B, it's transfer proof as in if they're smooching somebody
Well, or as in like, you're drinking some wine or water, it's not going to come off,
Perfect.
you know?
Gotcha.
Yeah.
And
And
so,
professional looking lips has to do with like if you're a makeup professional applying this to someone's wedding,
okay, that's very limiting. Is there a way
Yeah.
to is there a way to swap this word for something that can really capture a wide audience? Because
Um,
just how I had a different idea for transfer,
yeah.
and you had a different idea than you had a better point than me. Those are things that the person who's buying it could think. I mean, the more ideas that this could be used for, the more use cases we can sell this to a person.
Beautiful, achieve,
That works.
yeah, I mean, I think beautiful is better. I mean,
Bear with me. I don't know if I always spell it correctly. Let's see.
there's two E's. But yeah, I wish spell checked was on every single page always.
Yes.
I mean, I just don't know why. No one thought of it yet.
All right, so this is going to be the call to action here. Achieve beautiful looking lips. Buy it now is an extra call to action when realistically this is a call to action in itself. Just
Yeah. Oh yeah, I have Grammarly, but it didn't activate then. There you go.
perfect. So we broke this out so it's easier to read. And all honestly, what we could do here as well is take this line up one more to here, just
Okay.
to get the full.
To keep them engaged, reel them in.
Yeah, so we get a
Okay.
lot more text in here. And then this breaks it up, it's easier to read. And then this is the call to action.
Okay.
And then the headline is actually perfect, what it already currently is,
Okay, perfect.
because we just want to be straight up with them. Here's what the product is.
Yeah.
And then the description can be number one, bestseller, because that is true. Oh. Now people are like, wow, this is the number one bestseller, I'm buying.
Yeah. Okay.
And we make that obvious and clear up front. And then everything else is good to go here. So the only thing we're going to do is just take this, Control C,
Okay.
slide all the way up here. And we're just going to name it so we know in the future it's easier.
Yeah.
And then we'll just title it Guava so we know that's the product.
Perfect.
And then that's it for this one. And it's clean, it's direct to the point. It says exactly what it needs to say, shows you the product, tells you what the product is. It even lets you know it's the number one bestseller, which is true in all cases. And it is your bestseller, so the conversion rates are higher there. So now we know that we pretty much got an ad that is more likely to convert, since we just followed already some of the key analytics that are pretty important to your site that show that this is a winner in itself.
Yeah.
And so we're just trying to translate that to your ads. And we didn't, make any radical changes to the copy. We just took what you already have that's working, made a few minor adjustments to be able to reach a broader audience, so we can fulfill on getting more sales and increasing your returns and actually getting a lot more people to the site.
Okay. Perfect.
Then all we're going to do is duplicate this one.
Okay. So, question there, the original, it said original something or whatever that you clicked on compared to existing. Why would I never choose existing? What's the difference?
Original is this campaign here.
Yeah.
Existing means you can choose any campaign you want.
So I could potentially put it in something different.
Correct.
Okay.
And then the only difference we're going to do here is, since the copy doesn't mention guava, I believe, in here,
No.
it doesn't. So
No.
the only difference is that we're going to change is the headline and the actual image here. So we're going to clear this, add media, add image. And we're just going to take your number one bestseller, which I believe is actually Naked over the last year and more. So that's by one sale, I believe it was, but still bestseller in both cases for these two.
Yeah.
And this one is just Naked, and then we'll just take this. That's the
It should be the original one. Why is it so
Okay.
slow?
And then we'll just right here. So you see how it has X's?
Yeah.
It doesn't mean it's going to work on this placement or this placement.
Okay.
If it crops it, so we can just do this, turn that off. So we don't even, that way you don't ever have to worry about missing that.
Yeah,
And it
perfect.
cropping off half the, like this image right here, like cropping
Yeah,
off.
I mean, I don't like that. You can't even see what that is, pretty much.
Right.
I mean, I know what it is, but.
Yeah, there's plenty of times I've seen ads like that.
So did it load it or no? What's it doing? It's having issues?
It does not look like it came through. Give it one more shot. If not,
What
we
is
can always upload it.
Yeah.
So what we could do is just come here.
There you go.
And then
And
we'll just,
if you click on it, it'll do a bigger picture too. I don't know. Yeah, it'll blow it up and there you go, more detailed. I don't know if that's better.
it is better. We'll just save it.
Yeah. What's it doing? God.
And now that we have that one, we'll just swap this out. Is that the correct spelling for this?
Yes.
Okay, and then all we're gonna do is scroll back to the top, go all the way over, change this,
Okay.
go back down, and we look good to go. Look good?
Yeah.
Except we almost forgot something. We gotta send it to the correct page.
Yeah, the link. No, I'll go back one. Yeah.
Does that take you directly to the image?
Yeah, it takes you to the image. So there you go.
Interesting.
Because see, it says products there.
Got it. Cool. All right. Then that should be good to go. Then we'll just go ahead and publish this one.
Mhm.
Now we could continue down this line if we wanted to, but there's really, these are the two #1 bestsellers.
Right.
We could look and identify that these are probably going to do just as well.
Yeah.
It's just, you can go through and just follow the same model and test that. And then what I'd also do is duplicate these and just change out the copy for something else.
Okay.
So like duplicate it and then go find a different set of ad copy that you could put in the description.
Okay, in the description. All right.
Yeah. So I think it's called primary text if you end up doing it.
Yeah,
Is what
I'm
it's,
gonna work on it. I'll keep an eye out.
and then all you do is yeah, just make some more ad variations and publish those.
With the images.
Correct. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then what we can do is once you have those, we just end up duplicating this audience.
Okay.
And we could just start finding some audiences to initially go after. And we could start with lip liner if that's available. It is 3.7 million people. That's plenty.
Okay.
We'll just copy that, drop it up here. And then we'll just uncheck this detailed targeting just to start with. We can always turn it on later, but for now, we'll just take it off.
Okay. And it
The
says
600
based on 7-day conversion window.
Yeah. So that's fine.
Oh yeah, that needs to be purchased, right? No.
This is, So in this case, value is great.
Okay.
The only thing is that value is great whenever you already are getting a good amount of conversions.
Mm,
So like see here, like if you've had at least 25 in the past week, you can,
yeah.
it makes sense. So we're just going to switch this to conversions to
Okay.
get enough purchases. See how we now populated some info.
Yeah, but that I never think ever works. It says greater than 10 conversions.
It's not accurate,
Okay. Because I'm like,
but we'll
that I
just,
never get that.
no, yeah, it doesn't work. It's not always accurate at all unless you
Okay.
have accurate data in your ad account.
I see. See, it went
And
down
when,
to only 680,000.
yeah, it's US based.
Yeah. I mean, I can ship to Canada too, but I'm just trying to focus on one market first.
Got it. Yeah, and then all we're gonna do is just duplicate again. And we'll go after another audience this time.
And you're just, oh, it's duplicating the guava and naked. I see. Okay.
Right. And in this case, we would do suggestions and just see if there's another one. We could do
I mean,
cosmetics.
yeah, cosmetics, makeup, lipstick. I mean, Ulta. There's lots.
Exactly.
I mean, I've been doing that, but again, I need to know what the markers are that I'm looking for on.
Right. Yeah. So it's just a matter of having a clean, straightforward ad creative that can convert and then
Yeah.
using your best sellers and having something that's consistent.
Okay. So how long should I let this run? And
In this case, if you should at least get a purchase within 48 hours.
mhm.
So I would just start looking for purchases on your ad sets almost immediately within those 48 hours and see what the purchases are, what the return on ad spend is, etc.
Okay.
Yeah. And we'll do one more just for an example.
Okay.
So we have a pretty large audience for the cosmetic one. Then we'll do, what's an example you have?
It was either using like lipstick or, beauty, or Ulta was the shopping, mall or whatever that store, Ulta, you know,
Is
right
it
there.
Ultra?
Ulta Beauty.
Oh, okay. Perfect. Yeah, let's do that one.
That's like the shopping store.
Is it specific? It's
It's
good
all
size
beauty
audience.
stuff. Yeah, it's all beauty. It's like
Great.
Sephora. It's kind of like Sephora.
Perfect. That's awesome. Oops. And then we just paste this here. Pretty easy.
Yeah.
And then we just, conversions, yep, publish. And now that we have these four, that's $20 daily. If you don't get a purchase within, well, since you're at 5 daily, I would say 3 or 4 days, just because.
Okay.
If it spends more than 17 on an ad set,
In a
let me
day.
confirm. Lifetime, if it spends more
Okay.
than 17 lifetime and doesn't get a purchase, turn it off.
Okay.
You know, and doesn't get a purchase, right?
Yeah.
0
Yeah.
purchases, turn off.
Yeah. Okay.
And then in order to create additional ads,
Mm-hmm.
all you're going to do is the easiest way to do it, rather than hitting duplicate into existing and trying to like patch all of them in,
Yeah.
that's a pain. Just hit Control C.
Uh-huh.
Says see here, it says
Yeah.
copied. Then all you're going to do is just put in the ad sets that you wanted in. Let's say this one needs to be in both these, and you just press Control V and it'll literally paste it.
And it will do it at $5. It will do the same targets,
It's just
audiences, I
gonna,
mean.
yeah, it's just gonna put it underneath the ad set for you
Okay.
without ever having to try to remember how to do an existing campaign and all that.
Okay.
So it's just a quick copy and paste.
And adding to this, like adding to the cosmetics one, let's say I do the Napoleon now.
Mm-hmm.
How do I do that? I just hit the arrow and then do new?
Duplicate.
Okay.
Now, are you saying Napoleon, is that a
Yeah, the
brand or?
Yeah, like the next lip liner. Yeah.
Oh yeah, so what you do is you just hit duplicate,
Okay.
change it
Okay.
out. Once it's
Okay.
published, then copy it and paste it into these others.
I see. Okay. Perfect.
Yeah, and then you can also change out the copy because we only have one ad copy. Who's to say
Yeah.
this ad copy is going to be the number one? So I would at least launch another two just to have 3 different variations of copy so you can identify, hey, this copy works, this one doesn't. Whichever one's getting purchases, keep it. Whichever one's not, turn them off.
Okay. And then after all that, what else do I need to do? Is that going to be enough before I can call you next? You know?
It's a case by case basis.
Uh-huh.
There's so many variables that go into it.
Okay.
Ideally, what the bottom line is, if you're getting sales, it's ROI positive. So return on ad spend positive at least.
Mm-hmm.
If you're seeing like 2x, 3x, 4x, that's great. Just be aware that you're looking at the right time range and
Yeah.
then checking to like be 100% certain that, hey, this one has a purchase, this one doesn't. Let's turn the one that doesn't off and keep the
Right.
one that does.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. So that's that campaign. The other one we'd want to do is having a lookalike campaign.
Okay.
And in all honestly, the lookalike that we want to do is just going to be a custom conversions off your current list.
My current purchasers.
Correct.
Okay.
I think we missed something in here. I think it's licky likes. We need to make it lookalikes.
Yeah. Yeah. There you go.
Then we can just make it CBO because we're only going to create one.
Okay.
Just keep it at $5 daily like the others to keep the budget conservative for what you have set.
Okay.
Bid strategy, highest or lowest, that's fine. That's the new release they have. It's either Facebook system, whichever one it thinks it can perform better with, it'll choose it automatically for you, which is nice.
Okay. All right. Perfect.
No more add to carts. We don't care if you go and add 100 products to carts. We just need the purchase.
I've been having tons of problems with that. To be honest, I have a Google bot that has been botting my store like 10 times a day, adding to carts just to verify pricing and shipping and whatnot. And Google's not fixing it.
Yeah, there might be something with Shopify. You could see if there's a tool to plug in and solve.
Yeah.
I wouldn't know a direct answer on that one.
No. I'm just saying, yeah. So that would make it hard for this, I think, is what I was saying.
Gotcha. Yeah. Yeah. So we'll go for the purchases in that case.
Yeah. Custom list up at the top. Yeah.
Perfect. And you already have your custom list, or should we
No,
go ahead and
I
download
need to
it?
download it.
We're not going to do a value in this case just because there's not enough purchases with a value. So we're just going to go ahead and just do the entire list that you have.
Okay.
Typically value lists are great whenever we have such a wide spread of data.
Okay.
So we got to get your list, and
Customers.
that would be here.
It's on all. Yeah.
CSV.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's going to go to your email. Yep. If you just want to go get that.
Let's see if it's the right one. Nope. Okay, it's on the bottom there. It went to the downloads.
Sweet. Then what we're going to do is come back here. And we're just going to drop that in. Just drag and drop.
Okay. Cool.
And then what we're going to do is just to confirm, we need to go back here. 3,179. So we'll just do customers 3,179.
Yeah.
So if you ever upload another one around 6,000, you know it's been about 3,000 people since that point. So these identifiers have connected we can always add in additional.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see.
Oh, why is it doing that?
First name. Do you know if you have a lot of first names? Let's just double check.
Everyone should
Yeah,
have first name unless it's been just like a test email. Yeah.
perfect. That's great. Then we can do the city. This can always help improve the match rate. It can also
Okay.
take away. It just depends if the information is accurate. So this is
Mm.
province.
It's a state. Yeah. Oh, but the other one below it is also a state.
Okay, we're going to do this one instead.
Mm-hmm. Because of the abbreviations better.
Yeah. Did it go
Quicker.
through? Yeah, exactly. And then we'll do.
Country's already done. Yeah. Right? Yeah.
Yep. And it has the value, but once again, see how it has zeros? We just want to stick with all just for this case.
Okay.
Upload and create. So that's a pretty good number of customers. And then we just go ahead and hit create a lookalike.
Okay.
Do US because that's where we're starting.
Mm-hmm.
Keep it at 1% because we want it to be the most accurate. 1% is as accurate as they come. Then what we'll do is, do it look like you had customers who rebuy?
Yes, I do have rebuys.
We'll leave this, we won't exclude this audience this go around, but once you start to scale up, we'll start excluding audiences
Okay.
that we use to create, just so that way we only reach new. But in this case, we should be fine with reaching some of the previous ones.
And we want to do the targeting expansion?
We do not.
Oh, okay.
Not in this case. We don't want to do that until later down the road once we have enough data, because then the system with that included can identify this more audiences even outside of what we choose much quicker.
Oh, that's great. Okay.
Which essentially opens up your opportunity to scale substantially higher because you always have a large pool. So this one, we're having trouble copying it, but we're just going to title it lookalike customers
3179.
3179. Yep. 3179. And then we'll just add a 1% in front of this so that way we know.
Oh, okay.
And then continue.
Okay.
And then what we'll do is we'll just go ahead and hit confirm, even though we haven't added anything here.
Okay. And what's that going to do?
Nothing good. We just want to make it to the next page so that way we can paste. I want to show you how to paste those other ads, and then we can delete this one.
I see. Okay.
So what we'll do is come here. So if you just want to try it, for example, like select these two ads.
Yeah. Oh. You want me to do it?
Yeah.
These two right here, or which one?
Yeah, so we want to add those two into the lookalike. And then just hit copy.
Control C.
Yep.
And then
just
I go
click
lookalike here. Click on it.
Yeah. And then you can select the audience, the little checkbox.
This one?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And then Control V?
Yep.
Perfect. Oh, that's great.
And then all you got to do is just hit publish.
Publish.
And much quicker, much simpler, and it's less error prone.
Yeah, I mean, I hate it when I publish and then I forgot to change something and I go back and then I get a triangle.
Yeah, there, exactly. There
the yellow triangle thing.
So now just to confirm, it looks like that campaign tried to run away from us. But if we go here and then grab this ad, this is the one that we don't want. So we'll just drop down, delete.
Okay. Okay, perfect.
And now that's one of those lookalikes that you have. And once again, if it doesn't get any purchases, then cut it. If it does, then great.
Okay, excellent. And I should be adding, if I create the two other ad copies, I should copy them into there as well, right?
Yes, exactly. That's right. And what we're doing here is just campaign delivery is
Mhm.
active because there's so much campaigns
Yeah.
in here that let's
Oh,
just simplify it.
that's perfect. I was going to ask you about this because this is just so much here I'm seeing, and I don't know what I need. I definitely want to see the website purchases, and the ROAS and
Yeah, so in this case, ad set delivery, you can do active,
uh-huh.
ad delivery, active. And that just ensures that each time you turn off an ad, you never have to look at its, sorry soul again.
Okay, perfect.
And then we just can name this active. We'll just name it all active because that
Yeah.
essentially encompasses your campaign. And ad set and ad delivery. You can name it whatever. I mean, it's really just personal preference at that point.
Right. No, that's fine.
Now, what will happen is that's now saved. And
Mhm.
essentially, whenever you come in the filter, you can just click all active.
Mhm.
And now that's the filter you'll apply.
Okay.
And then the other customization you can do here is, this one's a little slow whenever it's screen shared, but you can remove ends,
Schedules.
schedule, and remove these as well.
Okay.
And then budget, I believe, is the one that tells us what the actual budget is. So we want this one back in here.
You mean the spend? Yeah, okay.
Amount spent, and then budget's
Oh.
the $5 daily.
Oh, okay,
Sometimes
okay, I see.
people remove that and forget how much you're even spending daily.
Okay, I
And
see.
then you could name this anything really. It could just be primary view.
Okay. Yeah, that works.
And then all you do is now you have that one here. And
Mhm.
you have the information that you really pretty much only need. And your ads are live. They're learning already.
Yeah.
You're spending 25 daily. You'll spend likely no more than that at all. If anything,
Mm,
Facebook's pretty accurate in spending a little bit less by a few pennies.
okay.
If you don't get a purchase within $17, cut it, because why spend more money than what your product costs?
Okay, perfect.
Then the other thing you're looking for is just which product is going to perform best. So we
Okay.
could drag this out here. See that now you have naked and guava.
Mhm. Yeah.
And now all you gotta do is just say, oh, this one has a purchase, naked. Okay, what about cosmetics? Oh, naked has a purchase. Okay, great. Lip liner, guava has 2, naked has 1. Okay. Open has 0. Okay. Well, in this case, we counted 4 purchases on naked,
Yeah.
1 on guava. Naked's getting a 5x, guava's getting a 3x. Naked's winning. We'll keep both because they're both positive, but let's just keep looking at naked, because if it's winning for a long time, then we might just only focus on that one.
Okay. Okay. Perfect.
Doesn't have to be complicated. Keep it super simple. No reason to make things super elaborate with all that other stuff. This is
Yeah.
an easy structure to follow. It's not overwhelming. I mean, it's clear as day what these audiences are. It tells us straight up, and we don't have like random ads. We just know exactly it's these 2, and that's the copy. And then all you do is just add in some additional if you want to. I'd
Yeah,
recommend
I
at
mean,
least a
I'm
few
I'm
more.
I'm gonna work on getting the different images. I have them; they're in my Dropbox, and I'll do the other 2 ad copies that you wanted. Now, if this really goes, do I need to change the budget at all, or I shouldn't even touch it?
If okay, let's do that example. It's hard to explain when we have no purchases, just because
I know. Yeah,
we
I
kind of have
know.
to visualize and be creative on our end and see it. But
Okay.
let's just say, for example, this one has a purchase.
Mm-hmm. The
It's a
beauty.
3x, and you're happy. Then what you could do is just simply come here, change it to $10,
Okay.
and don't increase any of them unless they have a purchase and they have a good return on ad spend, 3x
Okay.
plus.
Yeah, 3x plus or more. Yeah. Okay.
And then you don't increase if it's not 3x plus.
Okay. Yeah. Now that would
And
be consistent, like two days in a row, 3 days in a row, or what?
really what's going to happen is you'll probably see like 4 purchases one day on one ad set, and you're going to be like, this is amazing. I love it so much. Let's increase spend. The following day, you're going to see 0 and you're going to say, what the hell happened? I hate
Right.
this ad set. I'm turning it off.
Right.
But realistically, if we looked over it over 48 hours, it averages out to 2 per day,
Mm-hmm.
theoretically. And
Yeah.
this return on ad spend averages out to a 3 instead of a 6 on one and a 0 on the other.
Right.
And that still works out to be a 3x plus, which is actually positive. And the following day could be the 4. So
I
it's
see.
not always the sunshine of having a perfect sell a day.
Yeah.
So just be aware of that. But
Mm.
outside of that, as long as you're getting a few purchases one day, don't worry too much if you have a drop off one day, as long as it picks itself back up within 48 hours. If it's 3 in a row, that's a little concerning. But when you're at $5 daily, 3 in a row is not a big deal.
Mm-hmm.
$10 daily and forward, yeah, you could start thinking.
Yeah, I mean, in the past, I've had the up one day, down one day, up one day, down one day, and it was just driving me crazy.
Yeah. So in that case, the goal would be that up one day, down one day, up one day. Where are the purchases landing on the ad?
I see.
Is it that the purchase comes in on this one day, and then the following day, this one has a spin and got no purchases? Then the following day, this one gets a spin and got the purchase. See if it's rotating the spin. Then it's just
Okay.
like, oh, we got the solution. Turn off the one that's never getting the purchases, and now we're getting
It'll put
consistency.
more money. Yeah.
Like, yeah. So you just got to direct it a little bit.
Okay. All right, cool.
Yeah. So that's exactly what we needed to do. And it's just a matter of being able to launch additional audiences that you'd like to test that
Mm-hmm.
you believe that would correlate perfectly with the audience. And then also just identifying additional ad creatives and different testing
Okay.
and being able to just monitor it and be on these primary views. So that way you're not squirrely eyed with all the other information on the account.
Yeah.
And this will keep it focused. Look at the returns. If they're positive, that's a good sign.
Okay.
You have one bad day, that's not a terrible thing. It just means
Yeah.
that don't let it happen 3 in a row.
Okay. Understand. Now, I shouldn't like, I mean, I don't want to go overboard on this. I want to see stability first before I really get into it. I shouldn't do more than like these 3 or these 4 different interests,
Yeah, that's totally
at a
fine.
time.
Keep it small. Yeah.
Okay.
And in your case, yes.
Yeah.
If you were walking in with the fresh, like set
Right.
budget, had
Right.
no bad past experience, then, I'd say, hey, let's launch 30 of these things and roll with it.
Yeah, that's a little overwhelming, especially with my
Right.
history right now. I need to see that
Exactly.
it's working first,
Correct. Yep.
And I've explained that. I mean, 5 times with 5 different companies is just too much.
Exactly. So we'll start with this set, which is totally fine. It's just a matter of getting those extra variations of ads to have some testing.
Okay, perfect. Well, I appreciate it. I don't want to take up too much of your time.
Well, awesome. That's great. And I'm looking forward to seeing how the results turn out. And yeah.
Yeah, I can email you some screenshots or something.
Okay, cool. Yeah. So
All right.
you're good to go. Cool. Alrighty.
I appreciate
Thank
it.
you.
Thank you so much. Have a good day.
Yes, you as well. Bye.